What's going on, healthy gamers? This is a new segment of questions and answers for you, and before we get into the questions and answers, I have a little plug. I am giving away a set of these Turtle Beach X12 gaming headsets in what I'm calling a Battle of the Builds. These are for Path of Exile builds that you submit to me, and if I feature them on the channel, then you get entered to win these gaming headsets. So check that out. It's on the website at thehealthygamer.com. The first question comes from Travis. He says he's been working out recently, doing a lot of body weight workouts. He works out to the point that his muscles are exhausted, yet he is not getting sore, and he wonders if that is a problem. Well, Travis, that is not a problem. Muscle soreness is an indication of new workouts and new stresses that your body has been put under. So, for example, someone who doesn't squat regularly will get very sore if they do a squat workout, but someone who does squat regularly won't get nearly as sore or sore at all, depending on the kind of workouts they do. But that doesn't mean they're not making progression. You can, increase your weight, increase your intensity in the gym, doing the same sorts of exercises week from week, and past the first 2 or 3 weeks, you're not going to be feeling too much muscle soreness, especially if you're resting well and getting enough nutrition in. So muscle soreness is just a sign of new workouts, and don't worry about it. As long as you're increasing your intensity, your amount of reps you're doing, then that should be fine, and don't worry about having soreness. Joseph is looking to lean out fast. What kind of diet plan should he look at? He goes to the gym 5 days a week. So Joseph, I say you need to go Google intermittent fasting. You need to look at different ways to manipulate your carbs, whether you do it through carb cycling or ketogenic diets. And I am a big proponent of cutting out your processed carbohydrates. So those would be your breads, your pastas, your grains, flour, things like that, and getting all of your carbohydrates from fruits and vegetables. So I get my carbohydrates from potatoes, sweet potatoes, plantains, bananas, apples, all of those sources. And really, I find if you cut out the very dense carbohydrates, like the breads and the pastas, again, it makes it almost effortless to lose fat. Riley asks, what is the best workout routine for someone with no weights? Well, my answer to that is to go get some weights. No, but there are some really great routines you can do with only your body weight and maybe with a few dumbbells thrown in. And I really recommend body weight circuits that are high intensity. They're interval circuits. So, for example, something simple would be doing like 20 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, 25 body weight squats, 25 crunches, and doing those back-to-back as quickly as you can, so you're increasing your heart rate. Your cardiovascular system has to pump blood to the entire body, and so you're getting a good thermogenic fat-burning effect. You're increasing your muscular endurance in your muscles, and you're also getting some decent hypertrophy. You're not going to be able to get really big and strong doing just bodyweight workouts, but you can build a pretty good physique doing those, and it's cardio circuits like that are really, really good for burning fat, and is really good for building a foundation of muscle if you want to go to the gym later on. Arnold, in his books, he said he got started doing bodyweight exercises for a summer, and he recommends that to everybody. So if Arnold says so, you can't go wrong there. Matthew asks, he wants to do strong lifts 5x5, but he does not have access to Olympic-style barbells. Are there any good alternatives? Well, I would have to have a little more information, Matthew, but I'm going to assume, let's assume that you have dumbbells, but you don't have access to barbells. So what I would do in that situation is, well, first of all, the reason 5x5 is so good is because it is a plan of built-in progression from week to week. You're progressing from week to week, and so that is the basic premise you want to incorporate into any kind of weight training regime, even if you don't have access to Olympic-style barbells. So what I would do if you had dumbbells, for example, would be, dumbbells generally are more difficult to do like a 5-rep max with. So I would do something like an 8, 10, 12. So you would take a weight that you can do for 8 reps. For example, like on a dumbbell bench press, you can do that for 8 reps. And then the next week, you want to try to go for 10 reps. And the next week, you want to try to go for 12 reps. And you keep increasing like that. And once you are able to do that exercise for 12 reps, you go up 5 pounds with a dumbbell, and then you start over, and you do 8, 10, 12, and you keep that kind of progression going. And there's not really good substitutes for things like the deadlift or the squat, but you could do like lunges. You could do good mornings with a weight. You could do dumbbell front squats, holding a dumbbell up to your chest like that. So there are there are things you can do, and the main thing to keep in mind is you want to have built-in progression. You want to be going for heavier weights, more reps every week in order to have good progression. Sky asks, do you ever have contact with gaming websites, for example IGN, and if not, do you want to? Well, Sky, I don't right now, but I would love to. That's something I need to do. I need to start sending out emails and whatnot, and if you guys want to help, if you have contacts within the gaming industry or within the gaming media or anything, health and fitness, I don't know, I'm happy to get my content out there and to write guest blogs and to do interviews or anything like that. So, if you have those contacts, I will totally take advantage of those. Thank you. Michael asks, what is your opinion on clean bulking versus dirty bulking? He's an ectomorph and he's having trouble putting on weight. Well, Michael, my original thoughts on that as I was gaining weight was it doesn't matter, eat whatever you can if you have trouble gaining weight and just stuff your face and gain weight. If you look at my transformation video, I got up to 215. Using that method, I wasn't eating very clean. I still had fast food regularly. I was eating like a typical dinner would be like a plate of pasta with a bunch of other random stuff and like a whole entire box of pasta, like 300 grams of carbs right there. And you see I got kind of fat at the end there. So with what I know now, I would not recommend doing a dirty bulk. There are enough healthy, nutritious foods that you can eat that will make your body, they're going to make you feel better, because from a purely bodybuilding perspective, if all you're wanting to do is get big, yeah, it's okay to eat ice cream and fast food and whatnot to get some calories in, but if you also want to maintain your health and feel energetic and feel vital and alive and maintain your levels of motivation and energy, then it is much better to avoid those kind of crap. I notice just my energy levels are a world of difference whenever I eat clean. Like if I have a dinner with coconut oil and sweet potatoes and lean meat, I feel energized after that. But if, for example, if I had a dinner that had the same amount of calories but it came from fast food burger, I'm going to feel run down and tired after that. And the other thing is you don't want to put on a whole bunch of body fat. The idea that you have to put on loads of body fat and get up to like 25% body fat in order to bulk up big, that's I think that's an old, outdated idea. I think it is totally possible to bulk and stay lean at the same time. And so to finish off that question, what I would recommend you do is to supplement your calories with a healthy shake like what I show on the website, and add in there lots of coconut oil, because coconut oil is a really high quality fat. Add in there like an avocado in there, add in peanut butter, add in almond butter, snack on peanut butter and almond butter throughout the day, snack on almonds throughout the day, and those are some really simple ways for you to really add a lot of calories to your caloric intake. Eat lots of sweet potatoes, and so I think you totally can put on weight while eating clean, and in the end it is going to have a much better result. You're going to just keep, you're going to be lean when you get big, so you don't have to cut for an entire year. You're not going to be fat, and you're not going to be feeling run down or low energy. Katie Uwara commented on a video saying that whenever her mind is full of lots of things that she needs to do, she writes it all down and then forgets about it, and this is a really, really good tip. Writing lists. There's something magical and powerful about writing lists, especially about writing down your goals on the list or what you need to accomplish in the day. And I think what she pointed out is very true. If you have a bunch of things you need to do, write it on a list, then you can just focus on one thing. You don't have to juggle the 7, 8, 9 different things in your mind to constantly try to remember. And also, you're not going to forget anything, and then you can just go down the list. Okay, this is what I need to do next. This is what I need to focus on. And so it'll reduce your stress. You're going to accomplish things better and faster, and then you're not going to forget anything. William asks, what is the best diet and exercise routine for losing weight? I'm overweight and had no time to go to the gym because my working hours are 12 hours, 6 days a week, and on Sunday he's a gamer. Well, first of all, I say, William, that's an excuse. That is an excuse, and it's a bullshit excuse. If you really care about your health, you can find the time to go to the gym and work out. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I work on the Healthy Gamer from 5 to 9. I go into my daytime job as a tax accountant from 9 until about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. After that, I go to the gym, I come home, I cook dinner, I have a healthy dinner, and then I work on the Healthy Gamer and the internet stuff some more, and then I go to bed, at 10 or 11, and that's an everyday thing. So, if you really want to do something in life, you can find the time and you can do it. And so to answer that question, best diet, I would recommend a paleo-style diet. Look into intermittent fasting. That might work out for your lifestyle if you're real busy. Look into carb cycling. And then exercise routine, I highly recommend Strongless 5x5. If you don't want to do something in the gym, then Bodyweight circuits are good. Insanity and P90X, they really are good programs. I recommend them for at home just because they're really good for keeping you motivated, keeping your intensity level high. They tell you what to do, and they have good progression built in, so you're not at a loss for what to do. So those are the things, and just do it. Just make it happen. Make the time to go after your goals. PW060284 commented on the transformation video that I'm lucky to be 6'1" because it gives me a large frame to build into, which is physically imposing and proven psychologically to demand authority. How can a shorter Asian man feel masculine, strong, and confident in today's society? Well, I say, how can you feel confident and masculine in today's society? You have to choose to feel confident and masculine in today's society. Okay, I wasn't always confident like this. I grew up really held the belief that the only girls I could attract were Asian girls because my first girlfriend was Asian, and I was never really good with women when I was younger, and so I held that belief in my mind, and so that belief translated into actions. So I would take steps to pursue Asian girls, but I wouldn't do that for girls, white girls, or girls of any other race because I didn't believe that I could succeed. And it took me a long time to get rid of this limiting belief. But once I did, voila, I started dating white girls. And I've had a number of dates in the last 2 years, and nothing about me changed. I didn't become un-Asian. I didn't. I still look the same. I'm still the same person. But what happened was that I took that limiting belief in my mind that I'm only attractive to Asian girls and that I'm not attractive to girls of any other race, and I changed it. And in so changing that, it changed my actions and the way I act towards people and react towards people. And so really what you need to do is get rid of those limiting beliefs, and then you change your thoughts, you can change your life. That's it for this round of Q&A. If you have questions, ask it down below in the comments or on the Facebook page, and then I'll answer them next time I do this. Remember, don't forget to go enter this Path of Exile Build of the Week contest. And then finally, if you know of a website or a person or YouTube personality that you think would be interested in talking about healthy gaming content, or that would be a good fit for that, I am always looking to network with people. So I would really appreciate you just giving me a heads up of websites and different people like that. You can send me a message through YouTube or send me an email through my contact box on thehealthygamer.com. And then finally, go lift something heavy.